Welcome to my spooky and horror tutorial. I will show you in this tutorial how to improve your horror game skills and make your horror games more interesting to play. Briefly explained, a real horror game is divided in several pieces, and each piece has its own tension. For example, number 1 is the start of the whole story. It means everything is going well and quiet there. Nothing dramatically happens. Number 2 is like the story gets more highlights and the game starts to be more interesting. For example, you find a suspicious email from an anonymous person which was written with blood or something worse. The tension rises and your brain wants to know more information about it, which will be distributed between the whole game. Number 3 begins more dramatically, and you have to play a small survival or escape versus the monster. For example, you have to escape from a house which you don't know. It's dark. You can't see anything until you find a flashlight somewhere in your dark room. You hear noises every short time. You hear the monster's footsteps out of the door. And suddenly he breaks the door and you have to run away or find something to break the window and escape. The only ways are between the death or survive. And the last number, the ending. Mostly it's a happy end. But if you want to do it more emotionally and interestingly, you can make a bad end. The ending is often chilly, sad, or sometimes also dramatically. It all depends on you and your game. You also can make a continuous or chapter 2 in one game. A small example for a good ending is, you have escaped the hard run from the monster. You stay at a hotel because you don't know where you are. You are really hungry and you go to a small market near the hotel to buy some food. You speak to the cashier and ask him for food. He turns his head in your direction. He ignores you, but you don't know why. You try to speak to him more and more, but he still ignores you. You try to touch him, and since then, you realize that you aren't alive anymore. You are the dead soul of your dead body. It brings you wanting to have a continuous. Because of the questions like, why, where, who and what. You learn a lot of things now about creating a real interesting horror game with a plot. In Julian's editor, of course. But you can use these tips also for something else like creating a horror animation or film. We will do all this together, step by step, in this whole tutorial. So stay on and don't forget to like this video. Let's finally start with part 1. Creating the horror game. Create a new game in for .x version. Name whatever you want. The first map must be RPG. Now the settings from your main actor. You also can draw a completely new actor. Now draw some tiles like wall, 4 or whatever you need. Better work with layers. Don't forget to disable Prevent Passage from the floors. Now let's do some special props, like a door. The rest of scripting the door and etc. we will do in part 2. Please like this video, so I can see that you want part 2.